sports. And the question is...
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
The straight-ahead running, I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, what a juke into space. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers 20. 42 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 5 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a cap around this season.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. He'll try again. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 60 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's long and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a give right side. It's long, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On third down, long. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be third down. Caught by the tight end, Watson. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Here we go. Here we go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's long and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Lions will take over.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start in the NFC North. Minnesota playing host to Chicago up at US Bank Stadium. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. The Orbits looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cardinals trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they did have some success running the football in those first two quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 5. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get...
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st down, it's long. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
The throw over the middle taken in. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's long. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's long. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back now comes Tampa Bay, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 97 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And to give this time to the tailback. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for Detroit.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Evades him at the 10. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space. Taken down right at the 10. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Long. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Let's go, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Watson. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to start one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that is caught. It's Ridley.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bucs, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.